Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Unashamed with B. How are you and how was your week? If you do not understand why I'm asking this question, then it means you haven't listened to the first episode of Unashamed with B and you're a first time listener. So you're very, very welcome. Please do well to listen to the first episode after now. Thank you very much. So basically, the tip or what I'm asking is because of the tip I shared last week, and I want to know if we were conscious of how we started our week and how, or our day rather, and how it actually went. Was there a positive outcome, or can you leave behind replies for me in the comment section after now? Thank you very much. Yes, so I want us to cultivate that consciousness. Let us have it at the back of our mind that whenever we wake up in the morning, we should always try as much as we can to start our day on a good note, because when you start your day on a good note, being conscious, there's a very, very high tendency for you to end it on a good note as well. It depends on how you want it to be. Do not allow external or even internal factors to affect how your day goes. So let's continue. Keep it up, make it a daily, a weekly, and everyday thing. Thank you. So the tip I'll be giving us today is, first of all, in a week, how many people do you make smile? Or in a day rather, how many people do you put a smile on their face? So think back. This past week, how many people did you make smile? How many people in a day did you make smile? Well, you might not be able to recall because you didn't consciously do that. Now, I want us to be conscious of this as well. And let's practice this in this coming week. We are the light of the world, right? We have joy. And this light that we are, this light that we have, this joy that we have is not just meant for us alone. It is meant for everyone. That's why we are the light of the world. So we are to share this light with everyone. We have to share this light with everyone. We have to bring them into this light. Yes. So how do we do that? That's by making positive impacts in the life of people. Now, you don't have to go all out of your way, to make a positive impact, to put a smile on people's faces. Honestly, you don't know what anyone, you see people walking on the road, even people you might know or talk to, but you don't know what they're actually going through. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know who needs a hug at that moment. Because, sometimes I could just be walking and then, there are a lot of things in our head. As Nigerians, we go through a lot every day. You don't know who needs a hug at that particular moment. You don't know who needs words of encouragement. You don't know who needs a smile. So let's try to be nice. Let's be very conscious of it. Try to make people smile. In a day, if you see 50 people, after this 50, if 49 can smile just because of you, you have gone a long way. It's not too much. When you see someone carrying a heavy load, a stranger, and you guys are going in the same direction, you can give a helping hand. Yes, when you see someone in the vehicle that you guys are going together, if you have enough, there's nothing wrong if you can pay for two. When you smile at someone, or you hug someone, just encourage someone. Yes, meet someone today and be like, how are you? Do you know Jesus loves you? Just smile at the person. Believe me, that goes a long way. I do it a lot, and I feel very, very happy when I'm the result of someone's smiles. Someone just smiled because of me. I feel so happy. And let's try it, and you see how fulfilled and you see how happy you'd be. Thank you. So, how was my week? My week was actually very fine. It was just there. I finally wrote my GST exams on Tuesday. And let's just say, GST can shock people. Anybody that wrote that exam can actually testify. That was something. That was really, really something. But in all things, we give thanks to God. My portal has finally uploaded to a 400 level, to 400 level. So yes, I'm now a final year student officially in the University of Abuja. Thank God, and congratulations to all 400 level students too, all final year students. Jesus will take the wheel in this last session as well. So ladies and gentlemen, today what I am going to discuss with us is simply put, friendship. Yes, friendship. So, if I ask you personally, what do you take friendship to be? Like, I'm very, very sure it might not be the same definition that I have in mind, right? But it still points at the same thing. We all know what friendship is, right? Yes. So, friendship is a bond, right? It's a ship. It's a bond between two or more individuals. Yes, maybe they come that brought together as a result of something. Yes, something must bring you together as friends, right? Yes, different circumstances. Friendship can be born out of tragedy. Yes, that kind of a bad experience. You guys have the same bad experience, you can share the same story, and then you meet as a result of a platform, and then you become friends, you hit it off. Friendship can be as a result of common goal or educational background or something. You guys have the same educational background, you met in school or something, the university, your primary school, your secondary school, so you guys hit it off. And then, it's not everybody you meet in school that you're friends with, right? Like, it's not everyone. You have so many colleagues, but not everyone is your friend, right? So I'm trying to make us understand that we may meet people, right, at a point in our life, maybe work, school, something can bring you together, right? But that is not the factor that makes you guys friends, or that will not keep you together. Something can bring you together, but it doesn't keep you together. Like, for instance, in schools, when you got admission and you went for screening or something, and you meet new people, they give you direction and everything. But at the end of the day, you don't become friends with everyone you meet, right? So something keeps you together, but something must bring you together to become friends. You can also make friends in your workplace and everything. So yeah, simply put, I'm very, very sure we understand what friendship is and what friendship is all about. But yeah, I want to bring more knowledge to that. So there's some kind of friendships that are instant. You guys you just meet, and then you bond instantly. And like I said, there are some friendships that are born out of tragedy. There are some friendships that it takes time to build, but that friendship becomes like a very, very important one. Like, how did you become friends with your friend? Can we remember how you and your friends hit it off? How did you become friends? Some of my friends, I did not even plan on becoming friends with them. Like, I did not just want to, but like along the line, something happened and we got together and we stuck together. Some of my friends that were instant, we saw immediately and we hit it off, right? So yeah, how did you become friends with your friends? Now let's look at the Bible. Different friends. If you look at Ruth and Naomi, their friendship was born out of tragedy. Yes, they were friends, right? They were friends because when Ruth's husband died, she had no reason to stay back with Naomi. Oprah went back, but Ruth stayed. And Ruth told Naomi that your God will be my God, your people will be my people. See what friendship did, right? Friendship made her to choose to stay with Ruth, to accept her own God, to accept her own people. Do we understand? So friendship has a big influence on you as well. We're still coming to that. And look at David and Jonathan. David and Jonathan were, should I say, that's an example of a covenant friendship. And it was an instant one at that too. They saw and they hit it off immediately. And if you read in Samuel, 1 Samuel 18, you see where when Jonathan met David, he took off his robe, the robe he was wearing, his tunic, his sword, his bow, his belt, and he gave it to David. So after what David had accomplished with Goliath, Jonathan recognized David's potential. And by taking off his robe and sword and all that, he was making a symbolic gesture of not only welcoming David into the family, but also placing him ahead of himself. Yes, that's another thing about friendship. Friendship can and should be selfless. Yes, friendship should should some people are very, very selfish. Yeah, some people are selfish. But in friendship, you should not. When you recognize your friend's potential and you can help the person grow, you can put the person friendship. Okay, let me use this Jonathan's experience, Jonathan and David. So Jonathan wasn't afraid, right? He put David ahead of him, right? Ahead, like placing David ahead of Jonathan in succession to the throne. And he did not mind because he recognized the potential in David. When you recognize it, even to support your friend's business now, or you see your friend does something, how many of you refer your friends? Yes, I'm trying referrals. Or when someone is looking for example, a graphics designer and is talking to you about it, and you know your friend is a graphics designer, do you refer your friend? Do you recommend them? This Jonathan even placed David ahead of him because of the potential that he saw in him. So yes, that's another thing to take from friendship, right? Friendship recognizes potential. Friendship supports one another in terms of businesses and other things. We're still coming to that. And now the last friendship that we're going to look at from the Bible, Jonathan and Amnon. You can remember the story, that tragic story of how Amnon raped his sister. Yes. Why? Because he was brewing a bad thought in his heart, in his mind, and then he shared it with a bad friend. Now this is the result of a bad friend, and the bad friend gave him a bad advice, and it led to a bad thing. So your friends also have influence on you. The kind of friends you have matter because they will give you advices. Yes, sometimes people will feel like they cannot be influenced and all that. Just they play. The more you stick together, the more that person start rubbing off on you, or you start rubbing off on the person. So yes, that is it. The thing is now, what kind of friends should we make? What kind of friends should we have? Well, I'd advise that we have the God kind of friends. Now, how do we have the God kind of friends? The Bible clearly states, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. So we already have like the kind of friends we should look for. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. The Bible also says, flee from every appearance of evil, right? From all appearances of evil, flee. So we should know the kind of people we should surround ourselves with in terms of friendship. Have friends of the same faith. Yes. For some qualities of good friendship, you can talk about support, trust, honesty. Right? Support, trust, honesty. When you have friends of the same faith, see, you can be going through a lot and they'd be able to relate and understand and give you the words of encouragement that you need at that time. But imagine you don't have a friend that is a believer and you're going through a lot. All the person can say to you is "Omo." The person cannot say anything that you need at that point in time. But as a believer, you're going through a tough time, you're going through something rough, and your friend tells you it is well with you, and your friend prays with you. Your friend, if it's a financial issue and your friend doesn't really have the money to support you with, but by the time the person finishes encouraging you and praying with you and even praying for you, as a friend, you pray for your friend in your secret place, or it's just physical friendship. That's all. Your friend will pray for you and all that. We're still coming to that, champ. That's beautiful. That feeling is very beautiful. That when you're going through something, you want to pray, like there's this nudging in your heart, like there's something coming and you want to pray, this burden, and you can just quickly pick up the phone and call your friend, and your friend is like, "What's up?" And then let us pray. That kind of feeling. Have you experienced it before? Do you have friends that you can share that with? And the second quality I talked about is supportive friendship. Supportive friendship is big. it's given. If you don't have supportive friends and you're not a supportive friend, I'm a while deal, then you're not enjoying this friendship thing. Because I can see that my friends are like my biggest, like they are my fans. Like, these guys are the real MVPs, very, very supportive people. Like, they push you. I have friends like for this podcast to come to reality. My friends basically pushed me. They did 70, I did 30%, because they were the ones pushing me, always disturbing me, always asking me how far, what's up. Like, even when it came out, like, you see them supporting it, carrying it on their own head. Okay, when are we starting? What time? Like, it's a we thing, because they are so encouraging and they are so supportive. Are you that kind of a friend? Do you support your friend's business? Do you push your friend? Do you recommend your friend? Do you refer your friends? Now, this is very, very important in friendships. Some people will say that's not their nature. They don't know how to support. They don't know how to encourage. They are just to themselves. They are trying their best. My dear, try harder. Try harder. Because it is not nice for only one person to be the supporter in that relationship. It's a two-way thing. Let's know that friendship is a two-way thing. Although we are different people and then we're not perfect, right? We're not perfect, but the Bible says be perfect because I am perfect, right? But we might not be perfect yet. And there are some places we need to improve. Let's not say because I'm not good at this, I will not try to be good at this. You might not be good at it, but you can try. You can improve. You might not be a calling person, but you have a friend, right? Call. I don't know. It happens that in friendship, one of the two might not be the calling person or a group of friends, right? Not everyone might be calling, but at least call. Not that you say you're not a calling person, you're not a texting person, you don't reply messages, you forget to reply messages, you forget to reply calls. I'm talking based on I've said these things before, I've done it before. It has ruined my relationship. It has ruined my relationship with a lot of friends, a lot of people. Honestly, it ruined my relationship that I just had to let it go because it became unrecoverable. I might still be good with them and everything, but we're not as close as we used to. And it was all my fault. Well, technically, it might not be all my fault because it's like I said, it's a two-way thing. I might not be good here and you might be good here, but that doesn't mean that you will now leave me hanging. You'll be like, okay, let's just end it. No, it doesn't work that way. Trust in a friendship is very important. I trust to tell you things and then you can keep it. And you can trust me with things. You can trust me with material things to keep for you, and I will keep it. And when you request for it, I will be able to give it to you. You know that I'll start hearing stories or I'll start giving stories. Are you a trustworthy friend? Do you have trustworthy friends? Are you an honest friend? Like when you see something wrong in your friend, what the person is doing, you talk to the person, or you just keep quiet and you can't say it behind the person's back, or you be hearing what they say about your friends and you cannot even talk to them. Maybe they are doing something wrong. That's wrong. You should be honest with your friends. You should be free, be able to tell them, no, guy, how far? This thing you did not make sense. If something is wrong with them and you notice, you talk to them and they can talk to you as well. Makes friendship sweet. The openness of friendship. I like to tell us that the older we get, the less time we have to invest in significant number of friendships. And even though the friendship pool isn't as wide as it once was, it can get a lot deeper. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? As we grow older, there is no time to make more friends. Like when we're younger, we talk to the whole class and everything. The more you grow, your circle reduces and everything. But as your circle reduces, like there's no time to increase your circle. It can get deeper. Which means a whole lot of trusting, a whole lot of things is being done to build the friendship. Because these guys are the ones that will stand for you. tomorrow, on your wedding day, after giving birth to your children. So what kind of people do you want to grow up with? What kind of people do you want your children to meet? That this is my friend. That this is my friend. Remember, your friendships have more power than you may realize, so you must choose them wisely. Choose them wisely. Sit down today and analyze your friendship and think, what birthed this friendship? What is keeping my friendship going? Why are you friends? I saw something recently. It was like, why are your friends with you? And I posted it and my friend replied laughing. And that's how me too I felt, kind of. It's like a deep question. It's actually true. Why are your friends with you? And why are you friends with your friend? What do you get out of each other? Is there any growth? Since you guys have been friends, there's no growth and you're still at the same level, then you need to change the game. Yes, you need to change the game, or you need to start making impacts. Good friends not only recognize the strengths and abilities of or in one another, but they are not afraid to promote one another above themselves. Another one. That's one friendship principle I want us to know. Good friends do not only recognize the strengths and abilities in one another. First of all, you have to even recognize the strengths and abilities in each other. Like, you see your friend and you be like, you be a good podcaster. Your writing skills are good. Have you tried going into writing, developing your skills more, going into content writing or creative writing or something? You recognize the strengths and abilities in each other. And then do not be afraid or selfish to promote one another, even above yourself. Where you see your friend is gifted in something, revere that friend, promote that friend, encourage that friend, support that friend. And that friendship principle I want us to know, and we're taking it from the story of Ruth and Naomi. Nobody knows how Ruth's husband died because we're not there, it wasn't written. But it brought her closer to Naomi. Not only did he help her understand Naomi's pain, but he helped them share both bond over their shared experience. Ruth's decision to stay with and serve her mother-in-law should be a reminder of the good that can come out of the most difficult situations or moments, and how trials can forge deep and meaningful connections. What am I trying to say in summary? Like I said earlier, friendship can be born out of tragic experience, out of something sad. But that's maybe it could make you understand that person's pain, or that person to understand your pain. And at that moment, a deep and meaningful connections can be formed. That's why we should not be blinded by pain or tragedy. We should see beyond that. What can you take from this experience? Because of that, Ruth stuck with Naomi, and her God became her God, and her people became her people. Now, for many people that believe that friendship cannot influence this, because there's this saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Many people believe that is a wrong saying, it's not true. That's all I have to say, because they play. See, your association matters. There's this saying that walk with 4 idiots and you'll be the 5th idiot, and walk with 4 billionaires and you'll be the 5th billionaire. Take it how you want to take it. But there is no joy, there is no gain in bad friendships. Joining courses to belong, working with the gang so you guys can be the popular ones and the happening ones. It's pointless, because tomorrow, will that relationship be able to help you? Is it substantial? So now check. What kind of friend are you? What kind of friends do you keep? And reevaluate yourself and your relationships. and strive to be better friends in as much as we want good friends. We want our friends to be supportive, to love us, to be honest, to be trustworthy. Are you that kind of friend as well? Are you that kind of friend as well? Look for growth in your friendship. That where you guys are today is not where you'll be tomorrow. Positive growth, be cool. And that's all I have to share with us today concerning friendship. There's more to it, but these are the few that I could drop. I hope we learned a thing or two from today. Yes, kindly leave behind comments for me. I will gladly listen to them. And special announcement, next week Saturday, well, every last Saturday of the month on Unashamed will be, there will be a guest or guests who would have a discussion, like who we would have the discussion together, talking about controversial issues or any special topic. And if there's any topic you want us to talk about, trash or something, kindly leave behind in the comment section as well. One of the last Saturdays of the month, we'll be able to work on that as well. So yes, a guest will be joining me next week to prepare something special for us. It's a very, very controversial, sensitive topic, so stay tuned for the next update. That is next Saturday, 10 a.m. God bless you and thank you for joining us. To everyone who listened, honestly, I say a big thank you. God bless you. We're still growing. We'll continue to grow every day and every week. Thank you so much. I love you guys, but God loves you more. This has been Unashamed with B, with your lovely host, B. Brenda. Take care and have a lovely week. God bless you.